Where are the updates? Yeah, trust me, I get you. I have been wanting to get video updates up, and sometimes, guys, just the schedule doesn't allow it. But then again, when you're a one-man show and you're sanding everything, you can only show so much sanding, and it's on the same project over and over again. There's not much fun in it. So, long story short, there's been a lot of travel and a lot of stuff that's going on that has taken me away from being able to be out here in my shop. And just to show you a little bit, my shop is a disaster right now. So I've got to get through, go through here and actually get everything cleaned up this weekend so I can get back here on the Pontiac. But since you last saw it, that's what this video is for, to give you an update on where we're at with the Pontiac. All right, when you last saw, guys, we were going through stripping down the entire body, getting all that old paint off. Now, since then, everything came off real nice and clean, and we've got 2 coats of PPG DP epoxy on this. And we've gone through, did everything on top. Everything looks really nice. Everything's clean. We found a couple little boogers in here. There had been a previous Bondo repair there. A couple of dings and dents, as you're gonna find as you strip anything. But the cool thing, check this out. Those leaded seams are in really nice shape. So another part here I want to show you is that what we uncovered. Oh, let's see if we can get, yeah, that shows up real nice. Of course, whenever you're dealing with old cars, you're always going to uncover something, and that's what we uncovered. So the good thing is that looking at it, it's pretty much intact. It's just been beat up. So a little bit of hammer work, dolly work, we're going to be able to flatten all that back out. But let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the car. On this side as well, guys, everything came out nice and clean. The leaded seam on this one as well is in really good shape. Now, this is just bare metal and epoxy, so it's really nice to see that. Everything on top, again, came out nice and clean. This is DP epoxy that's on top of it. And then there were no more surprises, really, going all the way through. Of course, there's a ding right here. You're gonna have that kind of stuff. But the next project that we're gonna have is going through and actually clearancing for these big old tires that he's got in here. Now, if you look in here, you'll notice I did not strip the lip because I knew I was gonna have to come in here and do a bunch of grinding anyways, and I might as well just do it all at one time. So you can see how close it is just right here. And we've already rolled it a little bit, but we're gonna have to come in and actually do some trimming on that to make sure this tire fits. And the other side is exactly the same way. So one step at a time, that's how we're doing it, and just working our way through. So next thing, let's take a look at the fenders. Okay, I lied. We're gonna take a look at the fenders in a minute. Just to show the motor that Peter's got on here. This thing is awesome. And it sounds just as good as it looks. Now, this is where we're at with the fenders. The fenders, multiple layers. We're gonna throw a layer paint stripper on this, get these completely stripped down and into epoxy here in the next couple of days. Make sure that one's ready to go. But the worst one was this. And I had to actually go in and take my 36 grit angle grinder to it just to get rid of all the mud work. There was a layer of filler from the top all the way back, all the way down that fender. Now, the bad part is that the underside of this on the lip on that fender, as well as the lip on this one, it's a good bit mangled. So there's going to be a lot of trimming that I'm going to have to do on this one as well, and a lot of hammer work just try to get it all situated. But now, another thing to note is as you strip old cars, you're always going to find stuff. Take a look at what was hiding up underneath all of that filler work here on this fender lip. As you come around, you can see where I took the angle grinder to it, just stripping everything down faster. And here we go. We're starting to have, oh, look at all this. Look at all this. All those are divots, and then there's still some filler right there that I've got to dig out. This fender in particular on the passenger side took a hit at some point or another. I don't know if we're going to be able to save it. The only thing that's going to be able to determine if we can is once we get it completely stripped, see what's up underneath, and then throw it back on the car once it's in epoxy and see how it actually lines up, and get the hood on, get all the sheet metal on, see what we can do. So hopefully if we can save this, all we're going to have to do is just dig out that last bit of filler, and we can go in and weld up what we need to. If we need to make some patch panels, we can, but that's the least of our concern. We just want to make sure that we can actually save it and not have to go get a repop fender. So at how things are right now, we don't want to go through and get repop much. Okay, so we're back here at the front end, and if we take a look at this thing, obviously we need a hood, right? We're going to take a look at it. What kind of hood can we find? So the original hood for this car was long gone. So one of the things that we had to do was locate a hood, whether we were going to go with a repop or go with an OE. No matter what it was, we had to find one. Well, Peter wanted to go with an OE hood. He said, let me see if I can track one down. And he did. He called me, said, hey, I've got one. It's going to need a little bit of work, but we're going to go ahead and see what we can do. And I said, absolutely, bring it to me. I'll see if I can fix it. Absolutely, bring it to me. We're going to try and see what we can do. So here's the hood. As you can see, it's going to need a little TLC. Now, first things first, Peter is not a body guy. He's a car guy. He is a car guy through and through. But he doesn't do restoration. He doesn't do auto body. He doesn't do painting. He's a car guy. And he was hoping that there was a way that we could save it. But unfortunately for this one, there is no saving this one. It is completely crudded out all the way around. So on this one in particular, I think it's safe to say that we're going to be using a repop hood. He's already got it ordered, went up and picked it up, so it's actually at his garage. He's going to be bringing it over here in the coming weeks. Once we get the fenders back on, we can start fitting everything, make sure that everything is set up like it's supposed to be, and hopefully that's only going to be the only repop piece that goes on that car. So for right now, that's where we're at. That's the updates. I'll have another video up soon with the other project that's currently in the shop. Can't wait to show you that one. That one has a little bit of history behind it. Guys, be well, stay safe. Talk to you soon.